imagine you worked out, right? You'll be pumped up for a little bit, and then eventually the pump goes away and you're back down to baseline. But if you work out consistently, your baseline non-pumped will be bigger than you were pumped like 6 months earlier. It's pretty similar with like your vibe and your communication. You'll have days where you push it a little bit more, and you'll have days where you won't be able to like push it as much. So it's a little inconsistent as you're kind of like going up and up and up with it. It's normal, dude. Like, it's totally normal. If you say like you're interacting with this girl, but the first time you saw her, like you made a really good impression, and the next time you saw her, like the vibe wasn't fully there, it's okay. It just means like, as you're growing with this, you're pushing the new identity. You are what you do repeatedly. So the more consistently that you can keep going with it, the more and more and more you'll become that guy. And then I promise you, in 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, you'll look back and like you're more consistently becoming that guy. And then if anything, you'll have even bigger bursts of a higher level too. It's almost like an identity crisis, right? It's like you're going through like becoming the new guy, and every so often there's like glimpses of like the old guy. And the further you go with it, the more consistently the new guy comes out, until eventually it's so much that you don't even think back to the old guy. For me, it was like, I would say roughly every 6 months. Even still to this day, guys, like I look back at 30, coming up on 33, even though I've made this much progression in my journey, every 6 months, if I were to look back on my character, I'm a different dude. I see myself right now becoming the new guy. Like, especially in this last couple of weeks, I feel myself becoming this new guy too. But on your progression, on that 3 to 6 month progression of becoming that next level of you, on the way to becoming that next level, you have more and more glimpses of the new guy. At first, it's hard. Like if you're a beginner and you go out, you could go out the whole weekend and maybe you only get into 1 or 2 interactions where you were in a decent interaction. And then everything else, you're just like in your head. And you're like running around and you scrambling, panicking, trying to get into like a decent state. And I promise you, if you keep going out consistently, in a matter of like a month, you'll start getting into more and more interactions. And then in like 3 months, you'll be having longer interactions. And then by the 6 month mark, you wouldn't even be the same dude. You would be able to like at least consistently say hi to some people, and you wouldn't be getting in your head nearly as much as you once were like 3-6 months back. And you'll have a new baseline level, and you'll also have a new level that you could stretch to. That next level might look something like, not only am I getting interactions, but this one girl had like really high attraction with me. I felt like I could have probably done something if I went for it. That might be like the next level, right? And if you stay with that over the next 3-6 months and you're actually like going out and practicing shit, you'll get to a point where you're like flirting with girls consistently, either showing attraction, maybe even one girl fucking kisses you, or some girl gives you her number, and then like that's like the next level. And you keep building up. But on the way up, there will always be glimpses of the new identity. And those glimpses, you gotta tap into that. That's why like field reports, analyzing your interactions, self-reflection, self-analysis is really important, because those moments where you do have the good success, you need to like tap into that to try to like channel that guy more and more and more. And that's how you become that guy, is because you tap into it more and more and more and more. Now at first, you don't have any of that experience. It's all just theoretical, which is why you gotta go out. Keep putting yourself in situations, and eventually some shit pops. That one girl might have just naturally been attracted to you, but like you talk to enough people, and you got to a point where you got into an interaction, and you felt that next step for a mere glimpse. Or you just had a little glimpse of what that next level looked like. That's what gets you inspired and addicted and motivated. Problem is with most dudes is they don't take enough action to even get the glimpse. So they think it's all just theoretical, and then there's like no hope. It's almost like the gym, in a sense that if you start going to the gym enough, eventually you get to a point where you look in the mirror and you see the fucking gains. Or some dude's like, yo, dude, you're looking bigger. You're like, really? I didn't even fucking know. He's like, yeah, dude, I could tell you're looking bigger. You got that glimpse of the new identity. And that draws you in more to it, because you start to see what's possible. But at first, just understand there's not gonna be that much of it. The more you continue with it, you start to like see it more and more. And once you've seen it several times, it gives your brain the evidence that's like, that can be me. I'm doing it. Like, that's me. And that's how you allow yourself to become the new guy. And then as it happens more and more and more, it just internalizes. And then 3-6 months later, you look back and you realize that you've like actually internalized that guy. That's the progression I've been on for fucking 8 years, 9 years. There's just like more and more and more levels to it as you go. And it's not just with pickup, it's with everything. Like I know it's with my leadership skills, it's with my relationships, it's with my connection with my family, it's with my just raw, unfiltered fully honest communication with like the world as a whole. What I'm talking about is not just pickup and getting laid. I'm showing you just like self-development, your journey, your evolution as a man to just become like the highest level, the best version of yourself, right? And that's what that progression looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're interested in implementing any of the concepts taught in this video, I have a brand new coaching program where you can actually work with me one-on-one. I'm going to analyze your communication, your pickup skills, your game, and assess where you're at, point out your blind spots, your sticking points, show you the step-by-step process as well to take you from where you're at right now to accomplishing your goals with women and dating. Click the link in the description, fill out that application, pick out a day and a time for that consultation call, and I'll be talking to you guys soon. Until next time, Coach Kyle signing out. Peace out, guys.